G'day everybody. I want to talk about my manifest list. Now, I've already talked about before, as I've talked about thousands of things over the years, about my manifest list and why I took it down. I got rid of it. And I took it down not because I can't, dive in deep yet into that sector about what they talk about, as they don't really communicate on YouTube or anything overseas. Well, I can't get there. You have to be something before you can. I'm going to go on Facebook and go more locally instead of trying to reconnect with other people that do similar things that I do by doing comments and stuff like that. As you've seen in previous channels, the crap I have been through, because I've never been on YouTube or anything for real until the last 3 or 4 years. And so I've removed my manifest list because I believe that the devil's out there. You got to work with both, and they tap in and it comes in and does things. And if you don't get things right, like in Bedazzle, I'm not saying you made a wish room, but it likes to come in like that, no matter what, right? On anybody's mission. It's part of people's missions. If you go its way, it leaves you more alone and favours you and helps you if it can, right? And if you don't, it comes in and annoys you, just like God does with the other part. They do both ways. They both allow to annoy each other, right? And so when you speak out loud, as far as I'm concerned, because if you can get in your mind, you've got no way out of things, you see. So you're trying to make logic of things. But if you can speak out loud, and it has powers, the devil has powers, gifts. It can get it. That's how it gets it. If you can just control your brain, then it'll totally upgrade, and you might as well say you've got no life at all, right? Because it can read all your thoughts, know everything. And only the source is meant to know that. That's how the source gets to get to the right places when it needs to, right? Other than that, it has its balance, two balances, people that work from that. Right? That's how I see things. I see it as three. Right? The source, the everything, it doesn't get involved. And then you have the balance things that keep the balance, the negative and positive, right? Which is what we call God and the devil, right? And so with my manifest list, I wrote it down. And in Bedazzle, remember, if you don't do your list exactly right, I want this and this and that, you know what she does. She's a smart ass in that show, right? So you can imagine the devil doing a similar thing. And so on the manifest list, I said I didn't want to be rich. I just wanted to be standard. But it didn't get what I meant, right? And in this world, to help people, mainly, we all put knowledge, but everyone twists it, uses it when they want. Knowledge sort of helps, but it doesn't work without the money, without the full religion out there, right? And so to do my mission, if you want to help people and be all right, and always be all right, you're going to need a lot of money, right? Otherwise, you'll help people and just run out and help people. Right? That's why they get donations, or you get your own business. You need constant money coming in. So technically, I actually need to be loaded, right? But I wouldn't be loaded, right? Because if I keep to the path I'm on, right, and I want to give out, then the more I get rich, and you've got 5 million, any more than that, as I talk about, or a certain amount, you have a pre-pay money so you don't get too stuck and you can pull out when you need to. And because that's what all people want, the retirement, right? That's what life is, right? You don't want to be slave to the end, right? It's all about being here, learning to be free and doing what you like to do. So if you want to work for someone, you do, and you do it for these certain outcomes and benefits. That's what living is, animals and connection and everything. Right? And so on the manifest list, I said that, and then your life got more worse, kind of thing. I'm like, oh shit, this is not a good sign, right? What's this going on? What would you do, right? And so after a few years, I got rid of it not long ago, as I talked about in the clip, because I think that one half is not getting it. One half might get it, and the other half's not getting it. The devil's not helping me out, and it's attacking me in these certain areas because it knows what I'm trying to do, or something like that. Or it believes, if it says it wants to help you, as they say, some things need to. Bad guys need to stop. Everyone needs to get to a balance where you work out, your goods to your bads, right? Because if you don't, you just want everything, and everyone wants everything. It goes out of balance either way, or it just won't work, right? Everyone's playing their own sounds. The music's out of control. That's everyone in their bubbles, right? It's not a symphony, but you can have different tones that can work together and sound like a symphony, can't you? Huh? And that's what balance is. So I pulled down that list and going, well, I'm going to have to do some wishes and prayers myself and not worry about manifest list. I'll stay out of that. That's their part. I might get back into it more. They love to talk about these manifest things all over YouTube. Sounds fucking terrific, like most scams usually are, right? But that's the way we work, right? People love it, want to hear it. Go ahead and do it. You can't hurt If people want to use their money in some sort of way for entertainment, as it is today, and that's what everyone goes for, entertainment. So that's what I did. I changed it, and I want to do a 2-in-1. Now I've got off my list. That manifest list has got to do with trying to help the planet and stuff like that. So I started getting into politicians and my advice of how to see things. But it's nothing worse when people take that wisdom and then twist it in another way so you can't use that wisdom. So when you start to see people do that to you, you pull back a little bit. And you go, I get what's going on. And you can even set them up with stuff and get them to try to use your wisdom and twist it in their way. And then they believe that they might get some more off you later. A little bit like the water boy trick and taking the books of the moves. You know what I mean? They believe they can keep taking your moves because they got the book. Stuff like that. And so when it comes to here in Australia, we're pretty screwed financially. We have to get to a point. We want to stop growth because we're screwed financially. We're screwed in education and abilities to actually work here with factories and all that kind of stuff to keep up with China. We were just talking about a dog tag that we got $2 with the whole collar and everything sent here. And if you wanted the same little tag with your name and phone number on it, they can charge up to $10 here just to print it out on that little bit of metal here, and give you that little bit. Right here in Australia, they would charge us $10 to do that up at the street. All right? And because Australians want $10 and they can't get the materials every other way because they ask for everything, they're losing out. They have to be salesmen to sell things dearer. And that's what they used to talk about in the news. Oh, we should all be office workers and that. So unless Australia get really bright so they can go overseas and be mechanics and office workers and doctors and stuff because they've got nothing here really, and so they can get the money to pay what they don't have, they better get their shit together. So they need to be highly educated. That's what they used to talk about for the last 10 years. That's where Australia was trying to head to. Didn't need the factories. Well, they got rid of them. But what happened there? They failed in a big way, didn't they? Chinese got the right way, still have smart people and still able to build. You need all of it in your economy, right? Which is just what Australian people are talking about now. Pity. But look at all the mistakes they all do, eh? And that's why I talk about why I've changed certain things. It's good to change, definitely if it's not working. If you're in something that's not working and it's got things that you don't like, well, change it. Otherwise, you always will, won't you? Right? You believe your bubble's always safe, and ain't. All right, but you can go with that. You can gamble with that. In some cases, bubbles are safe for a couple 100 years, 1,000 years in certain little areas. They don't get picked on. Huh? But that's gambling. And that's life in a way too, isn't it? But anyway, I'm going to leave there. Hopefully everyone gets their shit together out there when it comes to manifesting and all that. You hear about on YouTube about your boyfriend can just be drawn up. So you don't have to look anymore. You can go see people now. And that's what they're claiming. As far as I know, if that was true. They should be all over the news. It'd be legit. It's going to solve some shit, isn't it? We don't have to do much. We just look at the end of the movie. And go, here we go. This is what we need. This is what we've got to do. We got it so worked out. It's all algorithms. And this is what you are. Shit, that's going to be like you don't have nothing, but you're going to be happy side of things because we're going to tell you. Anyway, I'm going to leave there. Have a good one and see you later.